Welcome to my talk, How Platform Engineering is Transforming the Swiss Government. My name is Stefano Franco, co-founder and platform specialist at Nuvibit, a Swiss engineering boutique. At Nuvibit, we specialize in AWS platform engineering, so building solid, scalable foundations that are fully compliant for regulated industries. I'm passionate about AWS, advanced networking, and infrastructure as code. And for the past few years, I've helped build AWS platforms for government agencies in Switzerland. Now, let's be honest, when people hear government IT, they probably think slow, outdated, and software older than the employees using it. There's some truth to that. Regulations are pretty strict, procurement takes forever, and innovation often tied down by red tape. But that is changing fast. Since 2023, a new legal procurement framework allows Swiss federal agencies to access public cloud services without year-long procurement cycles. So this basically means state-of-the-art technology is now available on demand. You want to experiment with the latest AI services, no new hardware, no procurement delays. You just need to figure out how to use them securely. And that is a major game changer. I now want to talk about one of the most exciting cloud journeys I've been a part of. The Federal Office for Customs and Border Security, Swiss Customs. Every day, tons of goods and over 21,000 lorries cross Swiss borders. Swiss Customs ensures they're taxed, declared, and meet all legal and safety standards. It's a huge operation that requires a fast, reliable, and secure IT. The stakes are high. Any downtime impacts trade, revenue, and even national security. In fact, Swiss Customs contributes around 24 billion Swiss francs annually, which is about 1/3 of total federal revenue. Quite important department for the Swiss government. So Swiss Customs is also really ambitious and is currently undergoing a full digital transformation under the DATSIT program. The goal? Simplify customs, increase automation, and digitize services for businesses and citizens by 2026. They adopted a hybrid cloud-first strategy, but cloud adoption isn't plug and play, not when sovereignty, compliance, and security are non-negotiable. So quite a lot of challenges to adopting the cloud securely. To date, 22 DevOps teams have launched around 40 applications and core services. These systems are the backbone of Swiss Customs. And now with cloud comes opportunity and also risk. AWS offers over 240 services across computing, storage, networking, databases, and many more. That much choice can be really overwhelming. So we couldn't just give every team direct access to AWS. That would definitely lead to chaos. Too many paths to choose from, and developers usually don't want to figure out everything themselves and the underlying infrastructure of it. They mostly want to work on their applications and have the right tools for the job. That's why we set to build an internal developer platform, a way for developers to easily and securely deploy applications to AWS without having the complexity and overhead of doing everything from scratch. Basically, providing abstraction to reduce complexity. It also lets teams focus on delivering value and not managing the underlying infrastructure. And we set also to include security and compliance out of the box, baked right into the platforms, so developers also don't need to worry about that. But how does the platform actually look like? So we start with the base, which is AWS. AWS provides compute, storage, and additional services, and it was specifically chosen for reliability, flexibility, and its Swiss data residency option through the AWS region in Zurich. On top of the AWS base, we built a core platform, a rock-solid AWS landing zone based on our in-house NuviBit Terraform collection, which provides battle-tested building blocks designed for compliance. The core platform is the foundation for deploying applications securely at scale. The better the foundation, the easier it is to grow and scale. Next, we added another layer on top of it, the delivery platform. This one specifically focusing on developer experience. So developers get automatically pre-configured CI/CD pipelines, Git repositories, single sign-on access, monitoring and logging, additional tooling, and also battle-tested application blueprints. The application blueprints let developers deploy with sensible defaults or customize everything to their needs through a simple JSON configuration file. This really empowers and enables developers to deploy securely to AWS without the overhead and the complexity of the underlying infrastructure. So the vision, secure by default, but incredibly empowering. And here's how the developer journey looks today. A developer that needs to deploy a new application gets a new developer environment. For that, a pull request is created. Automated security and validation checks are run, and if successful, the pull request is merged and the orchestration begins. The account factory then provisions a new AWS account, which then gets also hardened and gets a baseline configuration, which includes things like connectivity and security, basically everything a developer needs, but doesn't necessarily want to manage himself. Additionally, the developer also gets a Git repository and a CI/CD pipeline, and the CI/CD pipeline is also already configured to deploy into the new AWS account through OpenID Connect. Lastly, the developer updates the JSON configuration file for the application blueprint, and from here on, they can simply push code and deploy via GitOps. All of this happens in round about 10 minutes. No tickets, no bottlenecks, no guesswork. Simply a seamless experience end to end. And from now on, the developer owns his application and continues to update and customize the blueprint to its needs. So now let's talk results. Swiss Customs deploys 2,000 times per week, manages around 100,000 resources in the platform, and cut total cost by 60%. That also some real-world impact. Evignette had 4 million sales in 2 months. Passar has processed 46 million customs declarations. Quickzoll had 60% increase in traveler declarations, and Active processed 400,000 automated border crossings, all powered by the same platform. But it wasn't just about the technology. Platform engineering also changed the culture. Before, there was kind of a wall between developers and operations. The deployments took weeks when infrastructure was involved. Requests went through tickets and had to be manually approved. A huge bottleneck. So different teams also used different tools, had different knowledge, and outages, basically always operations to blame. Now, introducing a platform changed everything. It enabled a new way of working. So basically, the platform team builds and owns the foundation, and developers use self-service workflows to run their apps. Now, developers can deploy in minutes. No tickets for any daily tasks, and they even get automated workflows. Finally, it's a completely unified platform experience, and collaboration has truly skyrocketed. But what made this transformation possible? So there are a few important puzzle pieces. Ownership is a major one. A strong platform team owning the platform is critical. They need to really care for the platform, want to improve the platform, provide updates for the platform, and really build the best possible platform. And the DevOps teams owning their applications and also committed to using the platform. Basically also a DevOps mentality built on shared responsibility across the board. Next, security by design and compliance baked in from day one into everything we do. This, specifically in a cloud adoption project, builds trust with every stakeholder. End-to-end automation is also key, minimizing all manual work to provide a seamless and reliable experience. Basically needs to feel like magic. And finally, the developer experience. So a great platform means nothing without adoption. So we focused strongly on a smooth onboarding process, providing good documentation, doing kind of kickoff workshops, enabling users to use the platform, getting solid support, self-service workflows, and also introducing continuous feedback loops to get feedback from the developers on how to improve the platform further. Providing application blueprints, improving the application blueprints, fixing the application blueprints. These are all continuous actions to improve the developer experience of a platform. And all of these puzzle pieces together make a platform successful. And this isn't just theory, it's actually working in production today at Swiss Customs. So this is way more than just a success story. It really proves that platform engineering is not just about the technology, about the tools. It's really also about enabling transformation. And if it can work in one of the most regulated industries, like the government, it can literally work anywhere. If you'd like to learn more or have any questions, feel free to contact me. Here are my contact details. And thank you for your time.